The Book of Soyga, or Aldaraia, as it is also called, is a manuscript shrouded in secrecy and steeped in mystery. Written in the 16th century, it has captured the imagination of mystics, scholars, and cryptographers for centuries. What is it about this book that continues to fascinate? Is it a forgotten treasure of divine knowledge, or an elaborate intellectual riddle meant to challenge the mind and spirit? Today, we will journey deep into its mysteries, exploring its content, its strange, undecipherable code, its connection to the legendary scholar John Dee, and its rediscovery centuries after it was thought lost. Along the way, I'll be asking you to reflect on what you might uncover if you held the key to such a book. So sit back, open your mind, and let's unlock the doors of the unknown. Occult content, a manual for mystics. The Book of Soyga is not just a manuscript. It is a map to the mystical. Its pages are filled with knowledge that bridges the earthly and the divine, touching on astrology, demonology, and angelic magic. Imagine for a moment a book that promises the secrets of the cosmos, rituals to communicate with angels, sacred names that could grant you power over the unseen, and texts that hint at the architecture of the universe itself. In the Renaissance, a time when magic and science intertwined, texts like this were not uncommon. But the Book of Soyga is unique. It does not simply theorize about the mystical. It claims to offer direct pathways to interact with the divine. For example, its passages on astrology go beyond horoscopes and celestial charts. They suggest that the stars and planets are active forces in shaping human destiny. Could the author of the book have believed that rituals performed under specific planetary alignments could alter fate? What would you do if you could rewrite the course of your life by aligning with the heavens? Share your thoughts below. Do you believe in the power of astrology? The book also explores the idea of sacred names. In mystical traditions like Kabbalah, knowing the true name of a divine being is said to give one control over that force. The Book of Soyga takes this concept further, listing dozens of these names alongside rituals to invoke their power. These rituals are not described in plain terms but are cloaked in cryptic language, as if meant only for those who have already walked the path of enlightenment. Why would such knowledge be hidden? Was the author trying to protect it from misuse, or is the secrecy itself a test for those seeking wisdom? The undecipherable tables, an enigma beyond understanding. Now, let us turn to the most famous and puzzling feature of the Book of Soyga, its 36 tables of letters. These tables appear as grids filled with seemingly random letters, yet they are clearly not random. Each table follows a pattern, though no one has been able to determine what it means. Even with the tools of modern cryptography, the tables remain undeciphered. Why? John Dee himself puzzled over these tables for years, believing they held divine knowledge. He suspected they were written in a celestial language, one that could only be understood by angels or through divine intervention. This belief wasn't without precedent. Many mystical traditions speak of languages spoken only by the divine, languages that hold the power to shape reality. Could the Book of Soyga's tables be written in such a language? What's fascinating is that some cryptographers have theorized the tables might not be a code to be solved in the traditional sense. Instead, they might serve a meditative purpose, meant to be contemplated rather than deciphered. What if the true meaning of these tables could only be unlocked through spiritual awakening? Imagine staring at these grids of letters, searching not with logic, but with intuition, waiting for the patterns to reveal themselves in a moment of enlightenment. Would you have the patience and faith to continue, even if it took a lifetime? Let me know what you think in the comments. Are these tables a divine message or an unsolvable riddle? John Dee, the scholar who dreamed of angels. To understand the Book of Soyga, we must understand the man who cherished it most, John Dee. Born in 1527, Dee was a mathematician, astronomer, and alchemist who became an advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. But he was also a deeply spiritual man,
fascinated by the idea that science and mysticism were two sides of the same coin. To Dee, the Book of Soyga was not just a curiosity, it was a sacred artifact, a potential key to unlocking the secrets of the universe. But even Dee, with all his intellect, could not decipher the book's mysteries. Desperate for answers, he turned to his scryer, Edward Kelly. Kelly claimed to communicate with angels, and together they attempted to unlock the book's secrets. According to their accounts, the angels told them that the book's tables could only be interpreted by the archangel Uriel.
Imagine the scene. Dee and Kelly, surrounded by ancient manuscripts and magical tools, calling upon celestial beings for guidance. Do you think their efforts were genuine, or was Kelly manipulating Dee's trust for his own gain? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this fascinating partnership. Share them below. Rediscovery, lost and found. For centuries, the Book of Soyga was thought lost. Its mysteries remained a tantalizing fragment of history, until 1994, when two copies were rediscovered, one in the British Library and another in the Bodleian Library at Oxford. How could such an extraordinary text vanish for so long? Some speculate that it was hidden deliberately, perhaps to protect its dangerous knowledge. Others believe it simply faded into obscurity, overshadowed by other works of the Renaissance. But the rediscovery raises an even more intriguing question. Are there other copies still out there, waiting to be found? Could these versions hold additional secrets, or perhaps variations in the text that offer new clues? If you stumbled upon such a book, what would you do with it? Would you share it with the world or guard it as a sacred treasure? Let me know in the comments. What would your role be in the story of the Book of Soyga? The mystical significance, a gateway to the divine. At its core, the Book of Soyga is more than just a manuscript. It is a symbol of humanity's eternal quest for knowledge. Its pages speak to a longing to understand the cosmos, to bridge the gap between the seen and the unseen. To some, it represents a divine key, capable of unlocking the mysteries of existence. To others, it is a tantalizing riddle, an intellectual game meant to challenge the limits of our understanding. But here's a question for you. What if the true purpose of the Book of Soyga is not to be solved, but to inspire? Perhaps its value lies not in the answers it provides, but in the questions it compels us to ask. Questions about the nature of reality, the limits of human understanding, and the possibility of connecting with something greater than ourselves. Closing thoughts. Keep seeking the sacred. The Book of Soyga remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Its cryptic tables, its mystical content, and its connection to John Dee weave a story that is as compelling as it is elusive. Whether it holds the secrets of the universe or remains an unsolvable enigma, its allure is undeniable. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If this story has sparked your curiosity, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Sacred Whispers for more explorations of the arcane, the mystical, and the extraordinary. Let's continue unraveling these mysteries together. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep whispering with the sacred.